Today we're going to learn about exponents. So anytime you take notes, I want you to take your notebook, write the word exponents up on top, and then I want you to draw your line down. Know at any time during the videos you can stop, catch up, rewrite, rewind if you miss something. So you should have exponents up on top, you have drawn your line down. We will always start with some sort of objective or I can statement. Today, I can simplify expressions with exponents. Then we're always going to have some sort of vocabulary. You don't have to write the word vocabulary, but here's your first word. I want you to write the word factor. A factor is a number that is multiplied in an expression. So a great way to remember factors, they're facts, because you can see it right in the word. Factors are facts. So if I asked you, what are the facts of 12? You might say, well, 1 times 12. You could say 2 times 6. Remember that a dot also means multiplication, or 3 times 4. Those are all facts of 12, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12 are factors of 12. Our next vocabulary word is exponents, and that's what we're going to be focusing on today with our I can statement. Exponents are repeated factors. So you're going to continue going down with your notes as I turn the page. So here we are, repeated factors. So let's look at it. I want you to write the word exponent form. What that means is a number written with a little exponent up here. So I want you to write a big number 3 with a little 5 on it. The 3 is known as the base. That is the factor. The little 5 is known as the exponent. That's the number of times that factor is going to be repeated. So in this case, 3 is going to be repeated 5 times. So this is not 3 times 5. This is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. And if you put that in a calculator, you'd get 243. 3 times 5 is just 15. So if it asks you to write it in expanded form, it means expanding this 3 out 5 times. So it would look something like this. Remember again, the dot means multiplication. So I'd have the number 3 5 times. So let's write some using an exponent form. So we have 7 times 7. We know 7 times 7 is 49, but I want it as an exponent form. So the base would be 7. The exponent would be, well, there's 1, 2, 7 to the second power. You try this one. 5 times 5 times 5. Well, 5 is my base, and I have 1, 2, 3, 5, so it's to the third power. Again, this is not 7 times 2, which is 14. It's 2 7, 7 times 7. So let's just practice saying some. First of all, how would you write this? Well, that would be, the base would be 2, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4. How do you think that would be said? 2 to the fourth power. You can do this with letters that represent numbers or variables as we get to our algebra unit. In this case, the base is n, that's the factor being repeated, and how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. How do you think that would be said? You're right, n to the fourth power. So we're going to solve some. It says write using expanded form and solve. So how would we write this? We would go 5, and you can either use the multiplication symbol or you can use the dot. So 5, that's my factor, times 5 times 5 times 5, which would give me and I'm fine with using a calculator here, so type it in 4 times would give you, because it says in solve, 625. Okay, I want you to try the next one. 2 to the third power. So write it out in expanded form. 2 times 2 times 2, which would give me, well, 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. Again, remember, it's not 2 times 3 because that would be 6. This last one's a little tricky. How would we write it out? Well, n times n times n times n times n. Can I solve this one? The answer is no, because we don't know what n is. That's it. So now you can begin your assignment.